Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. We are back. Just like 3 of these Skylanders Giants Happy Meal toys to have them all opened up. Again, if you wonder how I got them, if this is the first one you're watching for some reason, tried the old-fashioned way, didn't work well. 3 Drobots, 1 Crusher for my nephew. Tried buying them from a few stores, they wouldn't do it. Finally found one that would. They're all supposed to. I mean, in theory, they're not giving them to you. You actually purchase them. Value McDonald's puts these figures as $1.69 with tax. Wherever you are will vary. But I essentially picked up the 8 that I needed to complete the set. Walked out the door for around 14 bucks. Quick, simple, easy. I don't have to worry about missing out on chaos or anything like that. And that is the route I would suggest you go as well. That said, we're going to dive in now to the Giants. Since I didn't do the numbers, I think I'm going to do Crusher first. Crusher is number 5 in the series. Like I said, we're going to run with that and pretend that we knew to talk about that the whole time. There's his name on the bag. As you can see, he's a little bit bigger than the ones that we previously used. Going to get the directions out of the way, tear into that here. What you get is the $10 off the Skylander Giant Starter Pack. Again, I'm trying to figure out if that applies to iOS Starter Pack and 3DS. I know it'll work for console ones, but Crusher, again, looks very complicated. Actually, I don't know how that's going to work. We'll have to play with it. It doesn't seem to be a button. I wonder if you don't just like move it manually. We'll kind of have to check that out. So, in order to do that, we've got to free him from his plastic thing here. Obviously, the detail here isn't quite as good. In terms of the body, I guess it's not horrible. There on the back, we kind of see the Earth Element logo, just like the real Crusher. But okay, so I guess that's that. Not the greatest. All the others have been pretty good so far, but I mean, the cool thing is he does have a nice range of motion, so you can just kind of make do. The kids aren't going to complain too much about it, I don't think. His eyes are actually really good. They've got a nice deep blue to them. The helmet's pretty accurate. Spiked shoulder pad thing is, yeah, I mean, like I said, these lack the overall detail, but I mean, they're fairly accurate in terms of trying to recreate what we see with them. Just a size comparison, I mean, he kind of slightly taller than Igniter, a little bit wider, use your imagination. I would have to say, so far, he is probably the least detailed and like the least action oriented based. I don't really know how to word it, but I think you know what I'm talking about. But essentially, I'm pulling down there, and I guess that's the way you do it. Just come back about 90 degrees past the head, and he'll thrust the hammer himself. So, or you can just have him headbang or something, I don't know. But not too bad. Again, this is the one my nephew got Friday when these first came out. We got the 3 Drobots, and then he lucked out and got the only unique one in Crusher. But he is number 5 in the series of 9. Coming from the full-size giant figure that's so detailed, it's kind of hard to, not critique these. But I mean, given that this is valued at $1.69, I'd say it's pretty good. The hammer's, nice. It has the same basic overall structure. So we will set him down there. Interesting where his hammer was. I'll have to tell people about that later. Looks like if you want him to stand up, you're going to need to put the hammer down there. Gilgrunt thus far seems to be the hardest to get to stay upright. But again, somewhere out here is Chase McCain. I think you should be able to spot him. It's a little tougher than the last couple of videos. But again, that is Crusher. And my personal advice, again, is just try to find a store that'll sell you the set or what you need to complete the set. If you're going the old-fashioned way, when you get a duplicate, unless you like, I don't know, for some reason your favorite character will say is Drobot, by all means keep it. But bear in mind, given that there's so many people, trying to get these, the kids, collectors that are going to have open sets, probably multiple and multiple bag sets. And then the eBay pirates who are just trying to turn a profit on it all. Personal advice is to do what I did: save money, make it easy, save a ton of time as well, and just see if you can't find a store that will sell them all to you. But that was Crusher number 5 of 9. We're going to come into our final giant tree Rex, and then we save the best for last, in my opinion, but we will get to that later. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. That'll have a ton of Skylanders info for you, some more detail on stuff like this. Have a blog link at pretty much top of every video description box. That's the place to go if you need more information. Current polls we've got running, round 3 of the Castaways versus Newlanders. Be sure to check that out, cast your vote. Similarly, you should see the upgrade path polls just below those for the Newlanders and Giants. It's all right hand side below the Twitter feed. If you haven't voted, be sure to check that out, vote, and we will take it from there. But like I said, that was Crusher. Good. I mean, I can see what they were trying to do there. It's just he's not quite as impressive as the others that we've opened up, but still, fairly cool. And the hammer element's kind of unique, so we'll give them that. But we're coming right back for Tree Rex. Stay tuned, and we will catch you then.